Cindy Baucom, Knee Deep in Bluegrass, presented by Low Vintage Instrument Company. Ahead of the IBMA Awards show, talking with the Earls of Leicester. Let me introduce these guys that you know, because for the last few years they've been dominating this award show and putting out some great music. But Sean Camp, Jerry Douglas, Barry Bales, Jeff White, Johnny Warren, Charlie Cushman. And I want to talk about, first of all, the nominations. Sean Camp, congratulations on another nomination for Male Vocalist of the Year.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored to be nominated.
Is that what they did?
I guess.
Nami, you've been nominated?
And then on either side of me, we have an instrumental nominee, Jerry Douglas on dobro,
Thank you. Thank you.
Barry Bales on bass.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And as we go on down the line here, I want to touch on this great new recording live at the CMA Theater. Jeff, wow, what great music and capturing that live excitement. It's awesome.
Well, these are exciting times and an exciting group here, as you can tell. And no, it's great to have a live version of what we try to do. And it was a great, fun experience to be down there.
And I love, as a broadcaster, I don't get that many cuts on one recording. I was glad to see that many cuts on there. But Johnny, great fiddle work as always, and love what you do with these guys, keeping the fiddling of Paul Warren in everybody's memory.
Well, thank you, Cindy, and we're really glad again to be here. And as Jeff mentioned, the Hall of Fame recording that CD and the album and everything's released. I think tomorrow's the release on that. But my favorite album of all time was Flatt and Scruggs at Carnegie Hall, and that live sound. And this album that we've done this time, I think, captures that, and that's what we're trying to capture here. So I'm really proud to just be a part of playing with these guys.
Well, Charlie, that banjo work, and I want to talk instruments. Do you have a favorite banjo? Or I know with you, maybe we should talk about a favorite too. Talk about a couple of your favorite banjos and why.
Well, now, Cindy, I'm going to tell you something you already know, so I'm just going to remind you that your favorite banjo is the next banjo. You just got to remember that. Keep that in check, and it puts everything else in line. But on this recording, I played a flathead Gibson Granada from 1929, which is very much like the banjo that Earl Scruggs played his entire career with Lester Flatt, and we also used a vintage RCA 77 microphone, which it was the industry standard in the 40s, 50s, 60s until condenser mics were the norm. So anyway, we paid respect to the retro part of making this recording, and all the instruments sound great. The banjo sounds very different depending on how you're standing in front of the microphone, which follows suit to the live Flatt and Scruggs recording. So it's even true in that form.
Jerry, live at the CMA Theater.
How much did you really want to know about the banjo?
I love banjo. I love banjo
probably.
players.
I think it's deeper than knee deep already around here.
Absolutely, absolutely. How many different dobros did you play on live at the CMA Theater?
I played one.
Oh.
Played one
one?
dobro. I played a new guitar, actually, a brand new guitar that was built by Paul Beard. We formed a new company called Deco, and it looks like an old dobro decal. Nobody will know but now we've blown it, and I've told you. So now everybody's going to know it's a new guitar, and they're going to say, "Ooh, it sounds terrible." But no, it sounded great, and it sounded good to me anyway.
Sounds like the old instrument. It's amazing. Right out of the box, sounds like an old.
Yeah, and you were talking about that there are 28 songs on that, but they're only like a minute and 13 seconds a piece. So don't worry about going over on your show. You can play the whole record.
Folks, we want you to get the record. Earls of Leicester live at the CMA Theater. We want to wish them a lot of luck on their IBMA nominations. Guys, it's always a pleasure to get to see you and chat. Cindy Baucom, Knee Deep in Bluegrass, presented by Low Vintage Instrument Company.